Hey guys, Shadow Reviewer here. Well, I've got the usual stuff on. Controller, earrings, t-shirts, t-shirt. Now, I've covered Classic Sonic and Modern Sonic. What's left to talk about? Well, Shadow the Hedgehog. We're now heading into the Shadow portion of Sonic X Shadow Generations. So, does the campaign hold up? Well, today, these are the Shadow levels ranked from worst to best in Shadow Generations. And here we go. And what I consider the worst level in Shadow Generations is number 13, Rail Canyon Act 1. Okay, calling it bad is kind of understatement. I would call it underwhelming. Now, there are some good things I liked about it. Particularly the final bit when you're constantly jumping over the rails to avoid the three monster carts behind you. That was legit probably the coolest thing I saw. But it's just rails upon rails, which I guess is the idea, but sometimes it feels underutilized. Like, there's this bit where I use chaos control and I'm trying to climb up to go to a new route, but I seem to either misstep or not get there at the right moment, and it feels entirely annoying at times. So, yeah, I wouldn't call it a bad level, more like slow and underwhelming. Number 12, Chaos Island, Act 1. Kinda, like Rail Canyon, except this is meant to be hard. It's kinda like, well, the final level before the big boss. And it's fine. The, using, the Doom Squid is alright in concept, but having to constantly rely on it, which I get, it's the second most recent shadow ability you could get, but I don't know, it feels like relying too much on it and less on platforming. Now, don't get me wrong, there are platforming in there, but it's very little on less. And you must be wondering, if I'm bashing it so bad, why isn't it at the bottom of the list? Well, it's the final stage, it's meant to be hard. But as with Rail Canyon, it's earlier on, it feels underwhelming. This one actually tries a little bit, but it is difficult, I'll give it that, but I just wish it could be more difficult, to be honest. Number 11, Chaos Island Act 2. It is an improvement of Act 1, but not by much. I mean, it is less, I think it uses the Doom Squid to its full advantage correctly, but again, less on platforming and more on the squid. And it feels underutilized to some degree. Sorry, I was doing that. I'm tired. Sorry about that. But I found this level to be fine in retrospect. Not a bad level per se, just passable to some degree. Number 10, Sunset Heights, Act 1. Now, here's where it actually is kind of interesting. This one's also a passable level, with a really cool shot, as you saw there, with you avoiding the robots that shoot lasers. That was legit cool. But I don't know. like the level in Sonic Forces, it feels underutilized. I mean, it's fine enough in retrospect, but I don't know. It's fine enough in concept. I mean, the first bit where Shadow's running in different shots is nice, but that's all. Apart from that and the cool shot with the robots are only the good things I like about this level. That's all I can say about it. Not a bad level, just passable. Number 9, Sensor Heights Act 2. Now, it actually levels up here with the spike springs. That's actually not bad, as it gets you to think quickly on your feet. So it's a cool setup. And I love the way the robots are utilized, as you not only have to outrun them, but use chaos control at the correct moment. It is a pretty good level. It's my only pity it's very short, which I guess is the idea with the Act 2s in this campaign, but you could have done it a little more than that. So yeah, it's a good level with the nice rain setting, but I just wish it had more flavor. Number 8, Kingdom Valley Act 2. This one feels utterly the most disappointing, but you can't say the atmosphere is bad. I actually like the atmosphere here. I like the speed, I like the platforming, I like how the rotating pillars get you to think quickly on your feet and how to avoid them. Particularly that last part where you have to use chaos control to slow them down. And I wish the eagle was more utilized, unlike Act 1, which we'll get to in a bit. So overall, it's a good level. I just wish it, like the last entry, more flavor to it. Number 7, Radical Highway Act 1. I've heard some interesting things online that Radical Highway was actually done dirty here in Shadow Generations. Quite the contrary. I love the massive difficulty here. And apologies that I said Chaos Island was the last level in the game. I totally forgot about Radical Highway. But this one actually does well with the difficulty. I mean, for one, the Doom Wings, which are honestly the best shadow ability in the game, lets you fly to new heights with gorgeous atmosphere. And it gets you to think how to utilize it. Yeah, you could make the argument it's used too much, but here's the thing. It's the last stage in the game. Again, my apologies for calling Chaos Island that, but it gets you to think. It's a pretty decent level. If only the ending could be spiced up a little bit more. Number 6, Rail Canyon Act 2. Now here is actually where it got better. More railing, more speed. The enemy placement actually makes sense here in contrast. My only complaint is the spikes. I feel like I know it's coming, but sometimes they come out of nowhere and loses your ring count, which gets old fast. But the rest of it is pretty stellar. Oh, how do I put this? Honestly, the best sequence is with the cut behind you. As it gets faster, you get faster. It's a cool shot. Absolutely love that stuff. So yeah, Act 2 is a big step up from Act 1. If only they could tone down the spike placement, then it could have been ranked higher. Number 5, Radical Highway Act 2. A lot of people put this one at the bottom of the list because it's too hard. That's the point. Now, yes, I hated this level when I first played it, even multiple times even. But with practice, it actually got better. The amount of speed, the Doom Wings utilized in a fantastic way. The ending has got a fun flair. And battling the big ass monster on multiple occasions was a fun bit of a break in between the high speeds and the Doom Wing section. Fantastic stuff. Hence why it's in the top 5. Yes, the difficulty can be annoying at times, particularly trying to get that S rank, but still decent level all around. Number 4, Space Colony Arc, Act 2. What? Honestly, this is... It's a great first Act 2 stage. It's a great sense of speed. Fun platforming. Rail grinding feels utilized a lot. And I have a split take with the Doom Wings being used here. I think it could have been utilized later. But it only happens once in your first playthrough. But after you beat the game, you can use the Doom Wings again if you wanted to. Honestly, I generally love the way it's used here. Some say there's a lot too much platforming. You have to constantly stop and use the Doom Spheres, but I didn't find that issue. I think it's builds up the tension. It's a great level. But there are 3 that I think tops it better. And the third entry might surprise you, as some people don't consider it canon. Number 3, Tokyo. I'll give you a few seconds to go, what? Yeah. I'm surprised that not only did the Sonic 3 campaign level make it on to number 3, but I consider it my favorite. Honestly, a lot of people don't consider this canon. I do. I'm putting the DLC level this high on the list because 2 things. 1, it's a great level, and 2, it's Keanu Reeves in as Movie Shadow in this game. Everything he did in this game was perfect. The level design was fantastic. Playing through the streets of Japan was fantastic. Now, my only one complaint, you only have to use the what's the word? Oh. You only have to press the Y button once at the end to knock out the enemy. I forgot what the term is. I don't know. Maybe I'll remember when I do the whole levels overall later on down the week. But everything else was top notch. That section where he's grabbing the missile and throwing it at the helicopter, and that shot of it exploding with him slowly taking in the atmosphere. My god, beautiful animation. And it's cool, and the only thing the movie never got to do is Keanu Reeves saying Chaos Control. That was awesome. So overall, I think Tokyo is a fantastic level, but there are 2 that I think tops it. And most people don't consider the DLC level canon, but I do. I'm giving it the respect it deserves, so thank you, Keanu Reeves, for making this level just so fun to play. Number 2, Kingdom Valley Act 1. Yeah, I ranked this one pretty high because, well, the atmosphere, the uses of the bird, and just overall the speed of using the air currents to move around. It's fun stuff, and pretty much what Act 2 fails in comparison. Act 1 just did it so much better. Fantastic grade of speed, the atmosphere, the uses of the eagle to full extent. Honestly, everything about it was just great. Particularly the last part, which of course reminded me of my favorite Mach Speed section from Sonic 06. Great usage of it, by the way. So yeah, Kingdom Valley Act 1 is a great, fantastic level. But there is one that I think is the best. Have you figured it out yet? Do you know what it is? Well, let's find out. And my number 1 favorite level in Shadow Generations goes to Space Colony Arc Act 1. As they say, the first is the best. And honestly, my introduction to this level instantly got me hooked for the rest of the game. This is a great way to make an impression. Honestly, everything from the first shot got me hooked. Sense of speed, the platforming, chaos control is used to a beautiful extent, and my favorite moment is when you go up to the missile and constantly smash the Y button in order to knock it out with a single kick. Fantastic. And I forgot to mention it in the other acts, when Doom shows up, it feels unworldly, beautifully done, and it feels like I'm in a Doctor Strange movie half the time. So everything about this level is just straight fire. I consider Space Colony Arc Act 1 my number 1 favorite Shadow level in Shadow Generations. Absolutely perfect. So that's my review of the Shadow levels from Shadow Generations. I hope you liked the video. Let me know down in the comments below. And oh, I just remembered. It was a QuickTime event. QTE. It was a QuickTime event in my third favorite level in this game. It was a QuickTime event, and that could have been used a lot more. Okay, so sorry. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of this game. Let me know down in the comments below if you agree or disagree with my ranking. Tomorrow, I'll be looking at the Sonic bosses from Sonic Generations and rank them worst to best. Until then, I'm the Shadow Reviewer, signing off.